guys, this video is walking you guys through an outline assignment for your first essay. So I just want to kind of explain the different parts of the essay and how you should be filling this out, because I think it's important to make sure you understand how to construct a really strong literary analysis essay. So think of this, like I say on top, as a mini essay almost. So just make sure you're completing all components. But when you have your literary analysis, the first thing you're going to do is grab your audience's attention with a hook. So make something kind of interesting. Grab your audience's attention, introduce the work, the title, and the author's full name. What you don't want to do is do something generic like a random quote or, the dictionary defines blah, blah, blah. Think of how you can grab your audience and get them hooked onto your argument. From there, you move into a thesis claim. So this should be 1 or 2 sentences, and it should include the literary elements, or really the main ideas that you'll be discussing. And it's conveying your central argument about the text. So in this case, what you're doing is you're creating an argument around a poem or a letter, and saying that you think X, Y, and Z are important to consider because of whatever reason. So I've given you guys examples, but a good example might be something like Christopher Columbus, in his letter to blah, 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 conveys the theme of disregard and dehumanization of the native people through his use of imagery, symbolism, and syntax, and the repeated use of the word I. That could be a thesis claim for. And then from there, your main ideas align with those 3 literary elements that you're analyzing, or 3 or 4, whatever it might be. Typically it's 3 is a good body. So within your main idea, you'll want to have a topic sentence that kind of outlines what that main idea is about. So for example, Christopher Columbus uses imagery to describe the beauty of the land to entice Ferdinand and Isabella to invest. And then I will give you at least 1 piece of evidence that helps support that, and then I'll pull a quote. So you say, for example, he says, blah, 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 quote, to describe the landscape and its beauty. And then you add your own analysis around that. So you want to make sure you expand on that evidence with your own wording and your own analysis. This should be a few sentences showcasing or telling your audience why this proves your idea. And then you can add any additional thoughts or ideas after that. You can add the historical or contextual information as well. But that's typically the structure of a main idea. And then you should repeat that probably at least 3 times for a major essay. And then lastly, once you've done your complete argument, you're going to wrap up your argument. So signal to your audience that you're concluding it. So you say, ultimately, or in conclusion, blah, 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 blah. And then you want to make sure after you wrap up your argument that you restate your thesis and your main ideas in new words. So I wouldn't say it the exact same way. I don't copy and paste it, but I would reiterate to your audience what your main ideas and your argument centrally was, because what you're doing is re-emphasizing why your argument is correct. And then close it out with a final statement of some kind. And then you're also going to want to include your works cited. So in this case, you don't have to have outside sources, but you do need to have at least the work that you're analyzing. Make sure, of course, when you're including your evidence, that you're citing this in text as well. So you'll include parenthetical citations in your main ideas. And then on the works cited page, I've given you the formula for a work from an anthology, which is what all of these are. You guys have the page numbers, even if you looked at it as a PDF or whatever it might be. Most likely you'll cite it this way. If it's something that is purely from an online source, then you'll just cite it as an online source. And there's a lot of resources out there that can help you do that. Make sure you look at the MLA document that I provide as well in the first module at the top of the modules page. That also has the resources that you need. So all of that is here for you. That hopefully gives you guys an understanding of how to complete this. And then once it's done, you're going to upload it to the assignment link. So thank you. Let me know if you have any questions.